ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Archangelus Gaming. Archangelus here, bringing you some more Space Engineers Never Surrender. And welcome to the Artemis. As you can see, she's come a long way since she started off as a glorified barn. Let's put it that way. She is looking absolutely amazing from the outside. Not so much from the inside though, but as you can see, she is looking good. We've got row after row of these cargo containers, air vents and things like that. But before I continue showing around the Artemis, remember guys, if you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, leave us that nice comment below. Now, it's going to take a while to fill up the Artemis with O2. Oops. And I've done it again. I love these airlocks, but they can be a pain. But like I say, each compartment, both up and lower deck, has its own oxygen supply feeding into the area so that we can work in here if we need to. Save for this front compartment. That was more of a deliberate design choice. And if I go the other way, yeah, as I say, she's a big ship. We come to the engine bay and all this pipe work. I'll show you what that's for in a second. Just got to find my way out. It's not exactly definitively clear at first glance. There we go. Okay, so going down to the bottom deck, you got the same sort of scenario. You've got batteries in this compartment. We're going from front to back. I'm thinking about adding more. I've just added in 5 more in the front here. And we've got a few in the back compartment here as well. Now, if I would go outside, I've got it on decompression, so it's all good. As you see, she has gone through a lot of work. I've heavily armoured the back. I've added in some oxygen farms in the back here as well to provide us with some O2. There's not exactly an ideal place on a war cruiser to be able to put those. Same with the solar panels. I wasn't exactly sure what to do with it. We've got reversing thrusters either side of the rotor, so hopefully we won't roast things that we want to keep. I'm hoping as well that that gap is going to be big enough for the lateral engines, and you've got your dorsal and your ventral as well. So theoretically we can cut the umbilical and move her now. And this is the bit that scares me. So, in true Archangelus style, I'm going to save the game. We have now cut the umbilical. So she is now... Hold on, where's my... Ah, there it is. Let's get our display back. Sorry, I cut the display so I could show you around. Let's go up to the bridge. Now, this gives us an opportunity. I've done my best to name everything whilst I was in here, but I think I may have a few items that I may still have missed. There we go. Yeah, I thought I'd missed a few. Yeah, I've named the some of the wrong parts. Not sure what is what at the moment when it comes down to those connectors. Yeah. I was playing around with the locations for the oxygen farms, hence the mismatched naming. Whoops. But yeah, it's always a good idea. Get this all sorted out now. Yeah, make sure that we've got all the naming conventions all nailed down. Those passage airlocks are the ones that I've shown you before. It's a mod. These huge slopes, by the way, on the bridge, they're also from another mod. I think I've gone through that one before, but I can't honestly remember. Oh, I missed some cargo containers. At some point, I'm going to have to disconnect. Sorry, everything from the base so that I can actually check to see whether I've missed anything. Or I've named wrongly things as well. But I'm going to do all of that off camera. I mean, it's bad enough having to go through all this now, but I missed the engines. Oops. Well, the engines I wasn't too sure on whether that was some another one of our builds. God, this is tedious work, as you can probably hear in the background. You know, I'm just Control Ving it. You know, I've selected the word Artemis and the dash, and did a Control C. So you know you can use the copy paste functions, which is great. There is a tool I remember seeing on a video somewhere. I honestly can't remember what it was called, but it allows you to rename things in bulk. And I would love to be able to remember what video it was I was watching. Because right now, I could really do with that tool. This is exhausting work, just doing this. Probably just watching it is exhausting. I mean, probably have more fun watching paint dry. And I know I'm going to sound a bit like a weirdo here, but can actually be quite fascinating if you've got like fast acting paint, seeing how it works. I used to paint the Warhammer miniatures, you know, up until about a decade ago. Shame I don't have any of them left. I needed to make some capital fast. I sold my entire collection. But you have to do what you have to do to survive sometimes. Thing is, though, is I wish I kept hold of it for a lot longer, because now that everything's gone to plastics in the Warhammer 40,000, you know, the original white metal is now worth a fortune. So I could have asked for about 10 times the amount that I did ask for 10 years ago. But hey, you live and learn. You live and learn. Right, okay, so that's now everything named. So we now have, like I say, everything named. Okay, let's go back in there now that everything has sorted itself out. Right, batteries we will put into a group. What else do we want to put into a group? We want the engines into a group, don't we? Probably actually better if I do this lot and then select the 4 large engines. Call that thrusters. Oxygen farm. Sorry, oxygen tanks. Sorry. We want a group for that because we want to fast fill them. And then I think that's everything. He says, hopefully. Although, what I am going to do is with those railguns, I'm going to have to manually check those out from the outside. Because I need to know which railgun is what. So, that railgun, upper right. Upper left. Sounds like some cats fighting outside. Lower left. And why is that vibrating? Have I not turned on the shared inertias? Oh. Sorry, let me just quickly nip in here. Use up O2 like it's going out of fashion at the moment. Zipping around doing stuff. What I will need to do is grab some O2 tanks. Because it's going to take a while for this to fill up. Because if I go here at the moment, this particular chamber... Okay, why are you... Ah, I know why. Yeah, but as you can see, it was at 0. That's mainly because of the fact that at the moment the tanks... Sorry, the batteries are off. So if I put that there... O2 tanks... We want... Stockpile on off. What else do we want? I have these on individual toolbars. Right. Okay, I think the next thing to do would be sorting out the turret controllers. So I think I'm going to call that one upper and that one lower. Okay. So I've got no idea which one of these is what. So if we go, that one there's that rotor, that one there's that hinge. I don't have a camera on them. Okay, so that's something I need to do. And we go add tool or weapon. Right, okay, so now we do need to add the turret controllers. So I'm going to put lower in here. Now where are we? Toggle blocks. Ah, there it is, control. We want upper in there. Now we will need a camera as well because otherwise we're not going to be able to do much with them. So maybe these probably need to go in toolbar 2. And then these can go here and here. A lot, or then maybe 1 and 2 for the control, 3 and 4 for the cameras. Once we sorted that out. But for now, Oh, we are going to need the batteries on. Okay, why are we not able to get access to them? Why is it idle? Odd. Okay, tell you what we're going to do. Before we do anything else, let's get these cameras on there. So, remote control. Grab the cameras, we want 2 of those. Right, bar at the top to delineate which way around it goes. Otherwise, we will see things upside down. It's taking me ages to figure that one out. There we go. So, now can we actually control our turrets? Let's go K. Turret controller upper. Is this the one that we were working on? Yes, it was. Camera. We'll go with the first one. Okay, let's see if we can do this now. Alright, so at the moment, for some reason, we've got no movement. Right. Okay, until we can sort that out, I think first things first, let's get ourselves some nice reaction there. So I think thrusters wise, I've got the ratio good for the. Oh, there we go, quality. So now we're connected in. Well, just moving that far, we've used 7%. Sorry, that far and doing all the things we've done, we've just used 7%. I need a lot more batteries if we're going to make this viable. And that's part of what this is all about. Because... Right. That was the other thing as well. We turn that fill on. It's going to fill all those tanks up. Right, we'll let that fill up first before we try anything else. %. That. Okay, so we then do that. Well, it's taking a while to pressurise the room. Although that could also be because that is also then sucking everything in. Okay. Now using the build info tool we can work this out. Advanced rotor 2, hinge. Okay. Advanced rotor 2 and hinge. Okay, which hinge? Because I think we're going to have to do that, then do another excursion just to try and figure out which hinge is what. So it's hinge 1. Let's go upstairs. Might help. Okay, so turret control upper. Hinge 1, advanced rotor 2, camera. Auto movement is off, AI is off. So why can't I take control? I should be able to move this. Well, this is true anyway, but why can't I move that? Alright, let's set up the lower one while we're at it. So we want hinge 2. No, sorry. Hinge 2 goes in that one. Is it rotor 3? Yeah, it must be rotor 3. Yeah. I'm guessing on these cameras. Right, and we want, the 2 lowers. Yellow the target. Okay, that is weird. One thing I thought I could do, I can't seem to get working. Alright, well let me get back to you on this one, guys. I'll see if I can figure out what's going on, and then we'll go from there. Right, just had a thought. I don't think I've actually got an antenna on this. So what we'll do is we need to find a place for an antenna. Now the back there would be great, but because those are half panels, that'd be an absolute nightmare. I mean, what we could do is have like a couple of these blocks and do what we've done before, and then have it sticking off the end or something. So like maybe there. Then have alright, we'll get back to the antenna in a minute. Hold on, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 above it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we are going to need darn it, going to need a load of steel anyway. So that was a waste of time. But I have a ton of redundancy. Actually, that will keep on us. Actually, let's do this another way, like this way. Yeah, I thought so. So where's that plonk that? Into my personal. Oh, brilliant. I didn't want to do that. Let's try it this way. Well, it's dumped a ton of stuff in the ship, so we'll start with that as a baseline. Tell you what, if I had £1 for every time I pressed F instead of V, I'd probably be quite rich. Right, we'll go around each of them. Then I'll make a note of what we need and we'll go back for it. It's probably like the radio components or something. Ooh. Oh, no, actually. Probably have to do a manual load on the, on the Felix. Construction. But by the looks of it, it's mainly construction components and computers. And 60 radio. There we go. Oh, okay. Right, so if we start with the 60 radio that we need, and then construction and computers, I obviously know I don't need as many as that. It just made it easier for just dumping everything in. Oh, don't need that one. Oh, looks like I skewered a part. Actually, several parts. Oops. Alright. I didn't mean to hurt you, Felix. Okay. So what have I got the parts for? Not the droid I'm looking for. Apparently. hopefully that's everything intact. He says hopefully. Right. Okay, so now we've got 4 antenna arrays. If I can find the door, which intrinsically speaking I need to change the colour of and make it easier for us to find next time. Alright, let's temporarily undock. We can do that, then hopefully, right, so it's not antennas. Well, saying that though, it's good that we got the antennas. Has a few points of style onto the back of it, even though I have to do that to see it. I am confused. Alright, give me a sec guys and I'll just see if I can find some more information on this online or something just to be able to resolve this issue. Alright, so here's my findings so far. Having the share inertia tensor on is actually causing an issue. So we're going to have to turn these off. So let's go rotors. But what I have learned is the torque is probably too high. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 digits. So let's try putting them at 15. Add in turret on these and on the rotors as well, because I'm thinking here is if we have it on both, we can play around with the settings a little. So let's go. Okay, that sort of helps a little. Have to go up and down a bit, but yeah, we'll figure it all out as we go along, I guess. Okay, let's change that to. So it should be both of these set to 15. Yeah. So now if we go in. We're still getting quite a bit of. Right, we can't go any lower, which is good. Alright, so it went donk. And that would have been the railguns hitting the deck. Whoops. Alright. That's full to the right. So at least I've got those settings correct. But it's now a case of playing with the rotation. So, can I do the torque on all of them? Right, so if we turn that to what? 5. Let's see how that responds. Oh, that's actually more favourable. I mean, yeah, we get a little bit of wobble, but it's not as extreme now. Okay, let's try the bottom one. Okay, need to invert the horizontal. Can we invert the horizontal? Actually, good point. If we change the multipliers, that might help as well. Really? There's no way of changing the horizontal and the vertical controls? Oh, that's genius. Right, let's put those at 5. Let's reduce those a bit more. We know those work. Alright, well, I think the ship systems are technically working. I think we're going to have to get some more ice to fill the main base with, so that it can extract the O2 from it more quickly than just the hydroponic farms, which I think is now what it needs. What am I doing? Needs a huge amount of okay, let's turn depressurize off, because that's a full tank. So why is that still thrusting it out like it's going out of fashion? Because the pressure in the room is nowhere even close. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Room pressure is 99.96%. Just gone down by 0.01%. That's fluctuating like crazy. Right, so theoretically, that should now be stable. He says, hopefully. Right. So in the meantime, let's get some ice. So I think the way things are going at the moment, based on what we've seen, I'm going to estimate that next episode we can actually start getting ourselves into a scrap. Because at the end of it all, we spend best part of this episode sorting out subsystems, making sure that we got, everything can move and things like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend. I've got some things to do today anyway, but I think what I'm going to do is any time that I've got to myself, I'm going to spend adding in more batteries, get the batteries charged up, so that we've got plenty of power in the Artemis, so that we can go and get ourselves into a fight, and then from there we'll do maybe a dozen waves of drones, and then we can call the Never Surrender campaign basically done. Now, doesn't mean that we can't create a new episode series, which is just continuation of what we've done, getting the base. Wow, I overshot that by a week and a half. Basically getting this base all sorted out and making it livable, functionable, things like that. I mean, we can always go and get ourselves into scraps from time to time, whatever we need to do to be able to have a bit of a laugh, a bit of fun. Okay, let's see, are we relative now? There we go. Right. Let's get any ice out of this and into our ores. Oh, okay, it's already gone. So that's all being processed. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Artemis. Almost ready for battle. I'll probably also sort out a gantry system as well. I think there's a trick I know. Or we could do something like that. Either way, we now have ourselves quite a nice war cruiser that is ready for battle. We've got... All I need to do now also as well is transfer all the ammo from that container over there into the containers in here. Make sure that we've got enough O2, enough batteries. And I think that's everything from this episode. I mean, thank you guys for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Remember to subscribe. Remember to tap that notification bell. Remember to smash that like button and leave that nice comment below. Whose teeth have I put in? Remember to be happy, be nice to each other, and I'll catch you next time on Arcangelus Gaming.